But yeah, it's one thing to be an FBI informant, but this guy was a multi-platinum selling artist. That's number one. I mean, let's be real, he was part of Fuji, so it is what it is. But remember, it's also he's helping China. So he was he treasoned. He betrayed America, and then he betrayed the country, and then he's damn, there's a term. I thought I wrote it down. But I guess basically, for lack of a better term, he's a spy. He's a Chinese spy. He's a spy for China, and that's what's making this more crazy. It's one thing to just be an FBI informant, but this dude was working for a whole nother country, a whole nother government, and then giving them like intel, and then I'm like, how this? But I guess because he was an FBI informant, he was able to give them like certain information. Because I'm like, how the hell did this even get to work, to play, bro? But it goes to show you, just like you said, you never know who's who and what's what. Because who would have thought, of all people, it would be... I like that silk shirt, man.
Sir.
You sound looking smooth, man. You looking like some milk. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, welcome back, everybody. We're here for another episode of Touch on That podcast. Episode 18, man. It's been a beautiful 18 episodes, ain't it, brother?
Man, yeah, we had 18. It's been a beautiful journey. We're here.
Hey, we legal now.
If you want to think about it like that, you know.
We 18. We legal now.
We 18, man.
From now on, follow us on Patreon. We legal now. 18 and up. No, I'm playing, man. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. Touch on That podcast, man. James, man, it's good to see you, brother. You looking fresh, man. Per usual, man. My boy went to church looking clean, man. But yeah, man. So what's going on, brother? Take it away. What's new?
Man, just same old, man. It's another week. Blessed to be here. Blessed and highly favored, man. Another week. Let's get it started.
Nice. I like that, man. I like that. Now, I know off camera I had asked you about work. I don't know if you wanted to touch on that or same old, right?
Hey, man. I love what I do. I have a job where I'm helping people. It's what I always wanted to do. So, yeah, it's all good.
Hey, that's what it's all about, man. Just, staying focused and helping people and, just being better. That's how we do out here. But yeah, man. All right. So, well, as for me, like same thing, man. Like you said, man, just grinding, working, or at least trying to. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that for me, at least. But yeah, man, these companies out here, boy, hey, listen, invest in yourself, y'all. You see why we doing this? We ain't doing this for fun. We doing this because we really try to make this happen. Because, man, these companies do not care about you, boy. You got to invest in yourself, man. So,
definitely.
Yeah, man.
Don't just be trying to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Definitely put a plan together. Figure some shit out, man. Because you got to do what you got to do for yourself, man. These jobs, at the end of the day, they don't really give a fuck about you. Everyone's irreplaceable when it comes to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you could be gone today, and then the next day they got a new job posting up looking for the next person in line. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself, man.
And that, to me, that's like the craziest part, right? Because you can have somebody work for a company for like 30, 40 years and, bro, they don't care. It's like as soon as you out of there, your job on Indeed the next day.
Yeah. But it's also, that's life though, man.
Yeah.
Life keeps going. That's one thing I've learned is that the shit don't stop. It really don't. I've seen a lot of people. I mean, we all seen people that we look up to, that meant, something to us. We seen them, they're just no longer here. And I remember when Kobe died, and then that shit struck me, and then I realized, like, damn, the world's still spinning. Everything is still moving. Nothing is stopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it's fucked up how some, these jobs, corporate, anything, you know what I mean? It's fucked up how shit be out here, but at the end of the day, like, it's just life, man. You just got to keep on going. Got to keep it moving. It's just how it is.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter, like, who you are. Like you said, like, look how great Kobe was. And like you said, the world just, as soon as it happened, it just kept spinning. Like, yeah, they was talking about it, but, like, it just kept going. And then, unfortunately, like, there were other people affected by that. But since Kobe was so big, it just overshadowed the rest. Yeah. So I mean, they got their just due too, like as far as I guess how do you say, like, awareness. But of course, Kobe was who he was, so it just kept on going. But yeah, man, that also I remember when that happened too. And as everyone knows, I'm not the biggest sports guy, but of course, I mean, who don't know who Kobe is, right? So when I heard that, even I was like, damn, man. Well, hey, listen, look, life is too precious. I actually been thinking about that lately, man. How precious life is, and we just gotta do our best, man. And guys, you gotta have the will to live, man. Just wake up. You're gonna have hard days. You're gonna have good days, but just keep pushing, keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to. You got to, man. It's easier said than done, but you got to. I've learned that, like I said, a long time ago, man. A long time ago, when you start losing close family members, you realize that, hey, man, like we all got an expiration date on this earth, man. Like we got a start time, we got an end time, and we don't know when that end is coming. But that's why you gotta, live life like it's really your last. Honestly, you can't take shit for granted.
Facts.
I think speaking of Kobe, I think Kobe said something. A quote that he said. I was just looking at it earlier this morning when I was at the gym. You know what I mean? We all think we have enough time. We all think that we have a lot of time left, and we really don't, man.
Right.
We really don't. We all on borrowed time because we
Borrowed
just don't.
time.
We just don't know. You can step outside right now, and then it could all be over.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
God forbid. Yeah.
I've heard so many stories about people being at the wrong place and at the wrong time. Just minding their business, and it's just shit just happened, and it's all over. But that's just the world we living in, man. That's just the way I see it. It's the world we living in. That's why every day I'm thankful. I get up every morning. I pray. I'm thankful that I'm here and I'm able to just continue doing what I do because, it could end tomorrow. It could end right now. So you just got to keep going, man. Keep going.
Keep yeah, man. It's crazy because, like, they say, like, when you're young, you don't pay attention. You're young, carefree, and then now recently at 31. I just had some, nothing life traumatic or anything like that, but I just had something take place. I told you before, off camera before, and I'm just like, dang, like now it's kind of put everything into perspective. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, bruh, and it's not to sound cliche or like corny or whatever, but it's so true what they say. The only thing you got in this world is love first and foremost, and then family. You know what I mean? And a few close friends, and that's it, bro. Like. You ain't got nothing else because at the end of the day, you could lose it all. You could lose all these materialistic things, these, your good job, all this stuff. And guess what? Boom. Then what? You back to square one. All you got is your family, man. So keep your close ones close. Treat them right, man. Do the right thing, and that's about it, man. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Family's everything. And family doesn't necessarily mean blood. I know a lot of people that I'm really cool with that I just consider that's family. If something were to happen to them right now, I'll be fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely keep those who love you close, man. Keep those who love you close.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And speaking of, being on borrowed time, this man lived a long life, man. He Jerry Springer has been a staple in my childhood, ever since I was young. And I could speak on that because, I started watching Jerry Springer when I came to the States, that's...
my bad, bro. Not to cut you off real quick because I know we're going to go into the topics real quick, but I did want to say this first, real quick before we got into that. Well, guys, as you can see, we wanted to bring it back full circle to you guys. It's just us today. As you can see, ain't no special guests. You know what I mean? We wanted to bring it back to the roots of the podcast. You know what I mean? Just me and James. So, it won't always be a special guest. We're going to definitely try to give you guys, the most of things and stuff like that. But with this week, we just wanted to bring it, just us guys and to y'all and bring it back to the roots, as you can see. So we got more stuff planned for you, man.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it's our podcast at the end of the day. Like, we going to have special guests here and there, but at the end of the day, it's us. It's always going to be us first. So, yeah. So Jerry Springer, man, he passed away a few days ago. Like I said here, Jerry has been a staple in my household. It's someone that my mom used to watch when I was young. When I first came to the States, I remember watching Jerry Springer and not knowing what the fuck is going on. But I just know it was a lot lot of chaos, a lot of drama, people going off on everybody, and I just never. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? But I know
Jerry was crazy, boy.
Yeah. Well, one thing I honestly, Jerry taught me how to speak English. Honestly, you know, just watching the Jerry Springer show. That's how I was able to pick up a few things here and there. And I'm like, okay, I learned a few words here and there. And then I go to school, I'm able to implement those words. And then I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean. And of course, as you get older, you start when I really started to understand like English and then really started to understand the world in itself, and then you start watching, I'm like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are crazy. These people out here, you got bruh. This shit was wild. That show was wild, man. You know,
Jerry Springer was crazy. I remember when I was a kid, because you know I grew up a Christian household, but my mom and dad did not let me watch that, boy. So I used to have to like sneak watch it with my older brother or my older cousin. They would be watching it, so I'll be watching it too. And I'll be like, man, what the hell are these people fighting for? Like, why are they so crazy? Like, that joke was wild, man. But yeah, no, it's funny you say that because, like, I mean, obviously I grew up here in Florida, so I knew English. It was my first language, but I know for you it was a little different. But I can relate to the fact that you would like how you heard words from the show, because I would do that too. I'll watch like cartoons and stuff and hear how they implement the words, and then I'll do the same thing in school. I can't say that's what I got from Jerry Springer though.
Yeah, I mean, I was a sponge when I came here. You know, definitely a sponge. You know, coming from another country, so I try to take from a little bit out of everything. You know, cartoon too. I watch. Yeah, I could say cartoon definitely helped me a lot with my English. But yeah, like just hearing a few words here and there, because the people that came on Jerry, it's not like they were like, you know, like very articulate. You know, they were just saying basic shit. You know, so it was just like, oh shit, this is what that means. You know what I mean? And by the certain gestures that they would do, you would just be like, oh, this is what this means. You know what I mean? But Jerry, even with the show itself, you know, one thing I would always watch his final thoughts, and it would always be something very insightful that he would say. You know what I mean? He would always bring it back, make it positive, you know, at the end of the day, you know? And yeah, so man, Jerry Springer definitely. Yeah, I mean, you're a legend in what you did. I'm part of, you know, we salute you, and man, you live a long life, man. 79. Yeah. And obviously, you don't ever want to see anybody go, man, no matter how old they are. But
crazy, bro.
You know, and he died from cancer, man. So
pancreatic cancer,
which is crazy.
Wow. Yep. Nobody knew. Just like Chadwick Boseman. Nobody knew about him either. Black Panther.
And it's crazy because at this point, I know he got the cure for cancer. You know.
You think so?
Come on, man. People are just playing, bro.
Hey, you still watching that show? Was it Black Agent? Right? Black Agent with the conspiracies?
It's not even that show, man.
It's just in general.
It's just in general. The cure for we got cure for cancer, bro.
Hey, man, that jump. Wow. Oh, yeah. Well, hold on. Because it's all, I was going to say something too, since we were talking about Kobe. We're going to hold that thought real quick, all right, about the conspiracy theories, because I want to take it back to Kobe real quick. But then I did want to say, I want to ask you this too. So would you say that you got a little bit of your swag in the beginning from Jerry Springer?
No.
He said no.
Nah, man.
Nah. He said I just learn English.
I think my style and the way I dress, it's always been in me, but I also got my style from my older brother.
That's that Haitian poppy, man. Haitian poppy swag.
Older brother. Like I grew up idolizing my older brother when I was younger, and I always liked the way he dressed. So I kind of just like take a little bit of what he did, and then I kind of just make it myself, man. So like, yeah, my style is kind of all over the place. You know, it's my fashion is all over the place. I might wake up today and I wear something like this, and then the next day I might have a plain T-shirt on with a fitted on. So it changes. You know what I mean? But yeah, my style didn't come from Jerry Springer. It came from just like where I grew up, and then the people that I look up to. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that influence, man. Yeah. The influence is good, but that's how you do it, man. And to be versatile, you take influence from good places, and you put it all together and put your own little spin on it,
exactly,
or whatever. But yeah, so going back to the conspiracy thing, real quick. And since we was talking about Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
so I saw a clip from another podcast as I was scrolling through Instagram, as we all do these days.
Yeah.
And they were saying, and again, this is disclaimer. This is just something that I saw. I don't say that this is true. You know, all respect and condolences to the Bryant family, but that it may have been an inside job from a big pharmaceutical company. And I'm just saying it because so apparently he was trying to trademark the Black Mamba name, and he was in a legal battle with this supplement company who was selling a pill called Black Mamba, and they were in a lawsuit, and all of a sudden this happened. And I think what they mentioned was after this everything with the case just went away, obviously, but. Just a little odd, you know, something to throw out there. But again, that's just something that I saw. But makes you wonder, man. Makes you think, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, everything is never what it seemed, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's never what it seemed. Like, whenever something happens, bro, it's like, you just have to look at it from your perspective, man. Like, I'm a big believer in just your like the energy of everything. Like, when that happened, it just kind of felt to me, it just kind of felt kind of like,
It's weird.
It's like weird, like Kobe, like, not saying like tragics do happen, you know, like shit do happen in general, but it just kind of felt like, you know, like knowing the weather was bad, and then, you know, like
it's still going in the helicopter,
still going up there, and then it just seems kind of off to me.
A little off, right?
It seems kind of off, but again,
boy.
you know, like, yeah, I don't even want to touch on that topic.
Right, exactly.
It's
we just gonna leave it at that.
Just gonna leave it at that, man. All I can say, man, Kobe, you left your legacy's unmatched, man. You did what you came here. You did what you were supposed to do, man. And yeah, man, we salute you.
Hope
you know,
pray, man. You're in a better place.
Yeah, Black Mamba forever, man. Like
Black Mamba forever, like, man.
Kobe left so many gems, bro. And what's crazy, like, I was a Kobe fan, but I was also not a Kobe fan. And the reason why I said that is because, like, I like Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe is pretty much the second coming of Michael Jordan. So
Facts.
like
I've heard before.
Like, yeah, so like, I like Kobe, but the fact that every time Kobe played against Portland, he would just like terrorize them.
Demolish them, bro.
So it was always like, man, like,
so you took it personal.
I can't root for this guy, but deep down, like, the respect and the love for his game had always been there. And when he retired, I remember his retirement game. I watched that game, and I was just like, man, like, we are truly gonna miss this guy because you know, once he you know, exit, you know, out this league. And when he finally retired, that's when I really started to like appreciate Kobe for what he did as a player, for who he was, man. But when he was playing, it was kind of hard to root for him because he was in the same conference as my team, Portland Trail Blazers, and we would just could never really beat them like that.
What's that rivalry?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the rivalry was
rivalry.
there. But like I said, the love and the respect for Kobe, it was always there for me. You know what I mean? It's just I couldn't express it while he was playing. Like, my friends know, they know, because they were like, a lot of my friends, like my homeboy Gene, like, he's the biggest Laker fan. Yeah. And like, I would always be like, man, fuck them Lakers, dog. But it was never towards Kobe. It was just like, fuck y'all, you know?
I mean, of course. You know, if they beating your team, of course you go feel some type of way. But of course, like, the respect and the admiration is
always
there. Yeah, always
there.
Because, like,
there.
Yeah, you always got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel you, bro. It's like for me, like, I mean, you know, I don't watch freaking. Oh, but for me, it was, I'm big into music. So for me, it was always rappers. Like, I'm always about, like, rap. So I'm like, nah, there's nobody better than this dude and that dude. You can't tell me that. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And then, like, 90s hip hop versus nowadays and stuff. So trust me, I feel you on that, because as somebody we know thinks Lil Wayne is the best. We're not gonna get into that again, though. We're gonna leave it there. But yeah, no, that's definitely one of them people that always come up, like, you know, just like Kobe or whatever. So, how long was he retired for before?
Kobe retired in 2016. So yeah, he was retired for for about 4 years.
4 years,
so
right?
The incident happened. So he was. he was already in different avenues, doing other things. He had won like an Oscar for a play or a book, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, he had won an Oscar. Kobe was, he was on his business bag. He was doing his thing, man.
Kobe was that dude.
And obviously he was definitely was someone that was a big advocate for women's sports. So he was,
his daughter.
His daughter was playing, but like he really just wanted the WNBA to grow, because these women they're very talented individuals. You know what I mean? They're great at what they do. It's just they just need to have the given the opportunity to do what they need to do, man. And Kobe was definitely at the forefront for that.
Yeah.
So it's a big loss, man. I remember when it happened. Like I was,
me too.
Yeah, I was in New York, and I was like out and about.
You was in New York?
I was out. Yeah,
but you was visiting though. You had been back, right?
No, I didn't leave yet. I was still living in New York at that time.
Bro, I was in my apartment.
Because it happened in January.
Yeah,
I was still in New York, and I was out. No, I was doing laundry. And then I didn't even know. Like I said, I wasn't really on my phone. And then my nephew, he texted me. He was like, "Yo, Uncle, you heard what happened to Kobe?" I was like, "What you talking about?" You know? So he was like, "Yo, I heard that he died in a helicopter." I was like,
"What?"
Man, I said,
and it's so weird too, like a helicopter of all things.
I said that's cap. Stop playing.
Stop lying to me, man.
And then he sent me the link, so I got on Instagram, and I'm looking. I was like, the fuck, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times TMZ be like, they be bullshitting sometimes. Yeah. The news be they be saying shit.
They'll break it too soon or whatever.
Break it too soon, and it's not. Yeah. So I'm just like, nah.
And then even that,
Nah. So I was just like, I was in denial the whole fucking day, just waiting for someone to tell me like, this shit ain't real.
Oh yeah, it ain't real.
And then when I finally saw like friends of his and family members were posting it, and that's when I was like, fuck, this shit is fucking crazy, bro. Like it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, let me tell you, man, as like I said, and I always have to keep reiterating this, but like I said, not a big sports fan. But even I knew, trust me, that was, bro, that hurt me. I was like, what? Kobe? Like, you feel me? Because I can't really say, like, I mean, I'm a fan of Kobe, but I'm not a fan. I don't know his stats. I never watched no game. I'm just a fan of him. I do like his shoes though, the Kobe Crazy 8 from Adidas. But man, just even for me, man, it was a big loss. Especially, come on now, who didn't do the Kobe when they was a kid? Kobe, you feel me? Like the Kobe shot, and then the whole Mamba mentality mindset was also something that I took from him. Just seeing those clips and those interviews and those videos, you know what I mean? So, man, definitely, man, just, crazy, man. But, hey, all respect and condolences, and shout out Kobe, man. But there is one specific topic on here that I did want to bring up, brother. I wanted to get into it, man. What's up with the Fugees' former member, Pras? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw
Praswell?
Yeah,
Bruh, what? Yeah. So apparently, let's let the audience know in case they don't. So the former Fugees members, Praswell, was an FBI informant, which, listen, if this don't tell you that these rappers been capping, they been capping. That's number one. So y'all don't believe these rappers no more. That's number one. And then two, bro, this is why this is so crazy to me. I'm gonna tell you why. So he's he was found guilty or charged. I'm sorry, he's charged with 10 counts of foreign foreign influence, helping China influence the United States, bro. This is so crazy to me because this sounds like something out of a history book. So you remember back like in school when we learned about like Benedict Arnold and stuff, and he like how he betrayed America, treason and all that. This is what this reminds me of. And this is so crazy to me, bro. I can't believe that this is real. Like you really can work for a foreign government and do stuff like this, bro. You know what I mean? Like this is crazy. This to me puts like our lives in so much of a perspective. Like, man, humans are so dumb. We do the dumbest things, bro. Like here we are, and this is like a multi-platinum. The Fugees went diamond, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? This man out here being an espionage spy. Like, bro, the world is wild. And, it's just like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm just flabbergasted by it, bro. Like I'm really like it took me to like so they were paying him like hundreds of millions of dollars, bro, to help them out. And then now he's I think he's facing like 30 some years, something like that, bro. So I don't know, man. Did you look into that? Did you see anything about it?
That's another thing, like everything is not always what it seems. That's what I think, Like,
So you don't think that ain't
sure, it could be real, but it's like, even if it's him, there's countless other people that are actually probably doing way worse or are doing that as well. It's because his prize. It's because it's the Fugees, and it's, that's why it's, it's in the news. But, I mean, I Hey man!
Hey man, we need your real perspective because he Haitian, man. What's up, man? What's going on?
Whether if he was Haitian,
stop I say, man, you gotta let us know.
Whether if he was Haitian, Puerto Rican, I don't care, bro. It really don't matter. It's just like, we live in a world where it's like, I think I said it like 2 episodes ago. The real players, you don't really know what they doing out here. So it's there's been a lot of fucking FBI informant. Like if you look into the mafia, majority of those people, that's facts, what that's how the mafia.
They all cat.
That's how the mafia was able to keep going, and that's another reason why they no longer as prominent as they were back in the 90s, 60s, 70s, and the 80s.
They all ratted.
There's always someone that's that's in the inside that's giving up all the intels. Right. So, am I shocked by this? Not really, and it's not like Prize was like, he was part of the Fugees, but when you think about the Fugees, who you bring up? You bring up Wyclef and Lauryn Hill. It's really just them too. Mm-hmm. But it's unfortunate that his name is tied up in all this shit. It's unfortunate, but I would love to hear his side of the story, though. I would love to hear,
because it's one,
because it's just right now, we don't even know what's going on as far as for him, because I know he's not talking. Yeah. So I would love to hear his side of it, because like I said here, it's like everything is not always what it seems.
Yeah. It's just crazy. What really mind blows me, like what's so mind boggling, is like. Because this is one thing to be an FBI informant. Like you said, how many we haven't seen already? You feel me? Yeah. Especially just now and nowadays, because there's so much more out there because of social media and stuff. With big names like artists, like you said, even high profile mafia members, even like regular American drug dealers too, like American gangsters like Frank Lucas and stuff like that, who ended up snitching on their whole camp or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's one thing to be an FBI informant, but this guy was a multi-platinum selling artist. That's number one. I mean, let's be real, he was part of Fuji, so it is what it is. But remember, it's also he's helping China. So he was he treasoned. He betrayed America, and then he betrayed the country, and then he's there's a term, I thought I wrote it down. But I guess basically, for lack of a better term, he's a spy. He's a Chinese spy. He's a spy for China, and that's what's making this more crazy. It's one thing to just be an FBI informant, but this dude was working for a whole nother country, a whole nother government, and then giving them like intel, and then I'm like, how this? But I guess because he was an FBI informant, he was able to give them like certain information. Because I'm like, how the hell did this even get to play, bro? But it goes to show you, just like you said, you never know who's who and what's what. Because who would have thought, of all people, it would be Prize, right? Like Prozwell. Like, this is so mind-boggling to me, dog. Like, there's like some Jason Bourne type shit. There's like some real Jason Bourne type identity. What's it called? Firstborn Identity. What the fuck? Like that Jason Bourne shit. This shit crazy, bro. It's like that show you was talking about.
So it's like who's really is to blame here if you think about it. So he was working for the FBI. Yeah. Okay, he was working for the FBI. So, and now he became a spy for Russia, China. China, my bad. So it's like, in a way, it's like, well, like, it's y'all fault. It's the FBI's fault. Like, y'all was not on y'all shit in a way, the fact that he was able to provide China all this intel about America, like, You know, like that's I don't know. It just seems like
It's weird, right?
it's weird. It's. I
Yeah,
think there's way more to that story.
yeah. But no, you're not.
Yeah,
And it's
it's way more to that story. I think it's one of those cases where I could be wrong, but it could be one of those cases like, well, you're just gonna be the fall guy. You're like, we're just gonna put everything on you, and that's that. You know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
So
That's why. Like, nah, you're right. I'm actually
yeah,
glad you said that's an
yeah,
interesting perspective, bro. Like, you absolutely right. It could be that he could be. Maybe he was
hmm
FBI. Well, not maybe, but let's say he was, and then maybe they switched up on him. You feel? Because it's true. How this guy was able to give info to China,
yeah,
right? Like this guy, he's just a. Well, I don't want to say he's just a rapper, but he was a rapper first. So it's crazy. And then like, bro, but this shit is just I can't fathom this, bro. I can't wrap my brain around it. Like how this guy. That's like if I found out you was an FBI informant, bro. I'm like, you talking about James I grew up with? James on the podcast?
That shit don't make any sense.
Bruh. But yeah, that's true. That's right, because they could have switched up on him
Yeah.
and then made him the fall guy. Or this whole thing could just be a stage, like a show for us, and behind the scenes, like, look, man, just go out there, say this, this, and this, and then once this, and then after this, we'll get you in a safe house in Belize, and you'll be chilling for like the next 15 years. You feel me? Like it's true. You never know. This joint, wow, man.
Yeah.
And then I remember, speaking of Wyclef,
Yeah.
I remember when he ran for president in Haiti. You know what I mean?
And there was a lot of conspiracies
About that,
theories
right?
about him and about him taking all the money and all that shit.
Yeah, I heard
it's
that
just
too.
like you just never know, man. Like,
And then recently, was it recent? If I'm not mistaken, didn't one of the presidents get murdered over there or something like that? Or one of the high profile guys? Over
that
there?
happened. Yeah, that happened.
Was it recent though, or
It happened like a year and a half ago.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's all crazy, man. Hey, listen, that's why. Hey, I'm gonna keep doing this podcast. I'm gonna keep being an outstanding citizen. I don't want to do nothing with politics, nothing with money. But at the end of the day, I think that's what is the core of all this stuff. At the end of the day, unfortunately, money is the root of all evil, man. That's why people do the things that they do for money, capital gains, and these materialistic things that in the end really don't mean anything. Because like you said, look at Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe, but the world kept spinning. And that was one of our most prominent figures, a very positive, good, prominent figure. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's just wild, man. Money, man. Money is the root of all evil, y'all.
Is it? I mean, so what's your take on money? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we all need it.
Yeah.
You know, so money's not everything, but to a lot of people, if you ask someone that question, they'll probably would tell you, yeah, money's everything.
Yeah.
You know, like, do you think money brings happiness?
To an extent, yes. To an extent. But like I mentioned to you earlier, and a little bit earlier, I realized now, because I'm 31, we 31, and I'm realizing all around me, like I only have really a little bit of real close friends, you feel me? And then just close knit family. And that's all really at the end of the day that really matters, man. For real. And it's like true, it's like, you could lose it all, but as long as you have a real family, whoever you consider, and they got your back, that's really, and again, I hate to sound cliche, but it's such the truth. But yeah, no, money is very important, and unfortunately, it is necessary in this world, in this day and age. So I look at money as a way to provide this provision, you feel me? And for money, my goal with money is I do want an abundance of money, but simply just so I can take care of the ones that I love. That's it. You feel me? But yeah, now money is definitely necessary, man. It's very much needed. Just you have to, get it and use it with a clear mind. You have to make sure that you don't let it get to you, man, because it's gone. Once you're gone, you're gone. You can't use that money.
Because I kind of want to elaborate on it more. So let's say, has there been in a situation where you've ever been like sad and very depressed or stressed out? And you probably felt like, maybe if I had this much money, I probably wouldn't be in this state.
Yes, man, all the time. Not sad or depressed. I mean, I have been very sad before, but man, let's be honest.
So then that's real. Then if that's what you're thinking, then I would say then money is everything because, man, money is everything. But I personally, if I have to think, if someone would ask me that question, I wouldn't really know how to answer that because when I was younger, I we didn't have shit. I didn't have shit when I was young. You know, my parents, you know, they were making minimum wage, and I live in I think we live in a not like a one and a half bedroom apartment where I had three sisters. We all shared the same room and all that
Boy,
shit.
been there, done that.
It was like we was poor, but at the same time, I remember like during those times, I had some of the best time of my life.
Life
like
was
you know
good,
what I mean?
right?
Life was great. Life was good. I wasn't tripping about anything. Like I was, you know, I had my family. You know, I was going to school. I was playing basketball. I was straight. It was not until I would say until I got to like middle school, and then I started interacting with other kids. You know, going to other kids, you know, houses and seeing how they live in.
Right.
And then finally, like that it just like
click in your head,
click in your brain. You're just like, damn, like
right?
Like you got the whole crib, you got your own spot, you got a TV, you got the game,
got your own room,
you got the game right here. And I'm just like, God damn, like I thought I was living good. I thought I was straight. You know what I'm saying? But that's society, bro. Like that's why I love this book, man. The Four Agreement, because it's like it's teaching me to like unlearn a lot of shit, because a lot of shit happened because it's like society force you to
think that way,
to see certain things. Because I'm pretty sure if I would have never saw that, I probably would still be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? I'm fine. I have my family. I'm not starving. Like, yeah, we're not eating 5-course meals. We're not going out to eat every day. You know, but I'm getting, you know, I'm good. My mom is cooking for us. We straight, we eating good. But then you start seeing how everybody else is living. It's just like, fuck. It's like, fuck, damn, bro. How you got this house and I don't?
Exactly. Now, you know what's so funny? Like, perspective is everything, man. And like, I watch a lot of interviews with rappers, right? And they always ask them, how was it when you was growing up? How was it growing up in the projects? You know, where we from? And they all say the same thing. Man, it was great. It was normal to me until I realized it wasn't.
Yeah.
Just like you said, it was normal to us until we realized it wasn't.
Yeah, even when I was living in Haiti, because there was a lot of shit that was going on in Haiti, bro. Like, shit was wild out there. Yeah. But even when I was out there, like, I felt like, like, this is what life is. Like, you know, this is what it is. I'm cool. I'm fine. Like, shit happens. But, you know, but the world, society, like it just force you to just like see the world for what it is. And then as you get older, you just like, you know, like it is what it is. Like I start thinking about certain I'll be like, damn, like we were placed here on Earth. You know what I mean?
Facts. Well, I've been thinking about that a lot.
We're placed here on Earth. Technically, this is our land, but we've been programmed. We've been taught to well, you want to live here, you got to pay for this shit. You got to pay for that. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to buy, you know what I mean? All this shit I got to do. And I'm just like, but this is our land. Why do I got to do that? You know what I'm saying? Why do I got to pay you to stay here? Yeah. And the thing that bothers me the most, even till this day, it's like, what's one thing that we need in this world right now to survive? Like the simplest shit that we need right now in order for us to live and prosper, to do what we need to do, aside from just eating.
Air?
No, I mean
water. Oh, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, the fact that we are paying for fucking water, that shit is fucking crazy to me. It's like,
it shit make no sense.
Paying
honestly.
for water.
Like, I'm telling you, dog, like, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And it's so true. Like, the human race is the dumbest race. We're not advanced at all. We really here on Earth paying each other for stuff.
It's crazy.
And then on top of that, the violence that we do to each other is so sad, bro.
And we out here just like, it's cool to have difference of opinions. Like, it's fine. Like, but then again, it's like the root of it all is just like, it's really just whoever those people are, like I said, going back to those people that we just don't know, people that's like really that's making all those moves, man.
Yeah.
I give it up to y'all because y'all done figured the game out. You know what I mean?
The higher ups.
Yeah, y'all done figure it out. Y'all able to conquer and then divide and conquer.
Yep, divide and conquer, succeed.
Yeah, and y'all brought y'all. The reason why we have religion is because everyone think that, well, this is my God will want shit to go this way, and you don't think so I got a problem with you. So now we are at odds with each other because we just feel like, well, this is not how shit is supposed to be. But at the end of the day, it's like, come on, man, like, we're the same fucking people, man. We're human beings at the end of the day. Like, I don't understand why it's just gotta be chaos and violence all the time. It's just
sad, bro.
It's just like,
it's really sad.
It's fucked up. I don't get it.
Yeah, like
no, I don't get it, man.
It's crazy, bro. Like, I'm glad we having this convo, bro, because this actually been on my mind heavy this whole week, bro. You feel me? Like, a lot of things going on personally that kind of made my perspective change. You feel me? And my mind has always been, me, I'm always grinding, right? And I still am, don't get me wrong. I'm never going. Unfortunately, that's just the world we live in. I have to, because if I slip up, then, hey, Lord knows what might happen, right?
Yeah.
But aside from that, I'm really learning now to just be like, you know what, man? That's not the end all be all at the end of the day, because you can't take none of this with you when you're gone.
That's a fact.
And that's proof. And none of that matters. So the only thing is you got to be a good person. And it's all about love, bro, for real. And like, I hate to sound so cliche, but it's the truth. Like, treat your family. You don't treat people with common respect, because it's so crazy to me. Like, so I've been on Instagram, right? And I just keep seeing all these beefs. Beef this, beef for that. Rappers this, rappers that. You feel me? And even just musicians in general, like not even rap related, or just individuals on the internet. Bro, you know who beefs the most now? YouTubers. YouTubers. One YouTuber, a YouTuber and a TikToker are beefing. What? Okay, and maybe it might be for show. You feel me? For money and show and like, the whole thing. But it's like entertainment. Yeah. But a lot of these people take it so serious, bro. And don't get me wrong, that's their fault. You feel me? Like, if you go to WWE and you really thinking that Undertaker and Triple H are really beefing, that's on you.
It's on you.
You feel me? But at the same time, it's like, people got to understand, like, hey, some of these people really do take this to heart. But you got people dying over this stuff. Like, to me, like, and this is no disrespect to the gang culture. I'm not a gang member, but people really die over colors, bro. Rags that they could buy at the store for blocks. And I understand it's a little deeper than that, because like, oh, well, you killed my homie and now I gotta get you. But then it's just like, but the cycle continues. And if you really understood that life is so much bigger than that, you feel me? Like, life is so crazy, bro. It's so fragile. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been actually a little scared lately, bro, because I'm like, bro, with simple, people are so on edge nowadays. I've seen it. You feel me? Like, I've seen people go crazy in the stores. I've seen people road rage in Florida. It's a crazy thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this junk is life is so fragile now. I don't even want to go out no more. I'm telling you. I swear to God, like, but this past week, my mind has been so like focused on just, just want to just be home or surrounded by loved ones.
Yeah.
Take care of the loved ones. Like, today, I'm here with you. You my boy. We're going to do the podcast. Once we done, man, I'm gonna go home, dog. Like, I don't even want to do nothing. You feel me? Like, it's so crazy, bro. And I hate to think that. And perfect way to bring up the next topic here, because another thing that I wanted to speak on, and this goes into what I'm saying. So did you hear about the guy in Texas? So he was on a date. He was going on a date, right? And he got scammed from someone in a parking garage who posed as a parking attendant and charged him $40 to park there. So he paid the guy, boom. I guess he went in, saw his date. I guess she told him, well, you just got scammed because you don't got to pay for parking here. Bro, he goes back out, shoots and kills the guy like nothing.
I saw that.
Yeah, comes back to his date and acts like nothing happened, didn't mention it. And only because they caught it on camera, that, you feel me? So, and I just saw today, he's only 29, the guy that shot the guy. So I don't know how old the guy that got killed, but bro, okay, few things. Obviously he was wrong. He should have never did that. The guy that he should never scanned them. That's why you don't know who you messing with. You gotta be careful. People could have a bad day, bro. Nowadays, bro, I don't even look at nobody. I don't honk my horn. Hey, you want to cut me off? Go right ahead, bro, because that ain't worth losing my life over right now, especially no $40. But now this guy's facing life in prison now for $40, bro. He could have went over there, maybe tell the guy to give him his money back. He could have called the police.
Yeah.
He could have called the cop. Nah, he want to shoot the guy, bro. And like I said, don't get me wrong, the guy was wrong. But you see how fragile life is, man. For $40, bro, you lost your life, bro. And now you're gone. This is the crazy part. I know we all have our religions, we all have our beliefs, right? Nobody truly knows what happens when you die. Let's be real. And people just taking people's lives. Like, we here now. This junk crazy. Lights out. You feel me? And it's like,
my take on that is just like, first of all, you're on a date.
That too.
You're on a date. You got to your date. Yeah, she told you, hey, man, like, you pay for parking? Like, like, this shit is free.
Right.
Like, if I'm on a date, bruh, I'm not going
even
back.
thinking about that.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here, bruh. Like, I'm on whatever the date is or whatever the mission I'm trying to be on when it comes to this date. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm not worrying about buddy, like, but at the end of the day, you don't know people's pockets and what they're going through. So it's like, you can't. But still, bro, like, I've been in a situation where, like, I probably, like, even working in retails back in the day, you know what I mean? I've been in a situation where I probably charged someone more than I should have charged them. Mm-hmm. Not, I didn't do it intentionally. It's just a mistake that I did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can you imagine somebody realizing, like, they check their account, they're like, man, this man was supposed to only charge me $70. He ended up charging me $150. Can you imagine somebody coming back and just like, yo,
try
bro,
to kill you.
Just try to kill me over that shit, bro?
God
it's
forbid,
like, it's like, bro, shit like that is
so petty.
It's
man.
so
it's
like
not worth it.
It's
dog.
like, come on, man. But that's the thing. Like, these days, bro, it's best to just stay away from shit, bro, because like you said, like, people are just on the edge nowadays, man. It's like it's crazy. People would just be ready to just, like, human life, but I blame social media because like, it's just like we've seen so much shit that has happened where it's like everything is normal now. Like, shooting somebody is normal. Like, I even, like, couple weeks ago, I was just seeing a shootout that happened. I think you probably saw it too. That happened in Miami. I think on Ocean Drive or whatever. Like, people were just out there. Yeah, bro. Like,
the pizza shop.
I don't know if it was the pizza shop, bro, but that shit was on Instagram. Like, literally, it was like a fucking shootout, bro. Like, but the guy ended up dying, and everybody was just outside watching the shit, and I'm just like, we really just as society, like, that's what we on now.
It's
like,
so horrible, bro.
Like, it's like we don't have no type of remorse for each other, bro.
No regard for human life.
No regards for us as human beings, bro. Like, they don't understand. Like, people really don't understand how fragile this shit is, bro.
So
like,
fragile,
it's so
bro.
fragile, man. Like, and that's why I'm kind of worried with what's about to happen now in July.